house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder that could teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychological on firm, but we ain't all black.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Constance Carter. And guess what? Guess what? It's Thursday. And today we got Dr. Jones. I know y'all love this. She's your favorite doctor, your most favoriteest holistic health professional, a medical practitioner, Dr. Jones. And today we're going to talk about something that I think everybody needs to know. It's about your stank breath. So before we get into the stinky breath conversation, go ahead and tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody you know that we are live and we are on the Grow Your Money podcast. And this is where we talk about how to grow your money and not blow your money. Because if you blow your money, it ain't a damn thing funny. So listen, this is a dialogue and not a monologue. And so the way this works is we want you to talk back to us and talk black to us. Dr. Jones, we're so blessed to have her because she always is here to give us medical advice, answer questions to us, just kind of put us up on medical game, because wealth is a holistic thing, right? If I can show you how to get the money, but if you're not healthy, then you're not going to be able to keep the money. You know what I mean? If your mindset is not right, you're not going to be able to keep the money. You're not going to enjoy the money. So having all of these things, it's a full circle, mentally, physically, spiritually, and all the things. And I know y'all want me to shut up. I know you guys want to see Dr. Jones. So I'm not going to keep y'all very long because she's the star of the show. I already know. And she's going to put us up on some game. So she's going to talk about why not brushing your teeth can be deadly to your health. Why having stank breath. Because, listen, like I said, if you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have good health, then you ain't going to be able to enjoy it. So what's happening, Dr. Jones? What's happening? So let me tell you something. It's a lot of stanky breath people out there that are just not taking care of themselves. I know. So I used to teach. I am a artist. I'm an artist. Sometimes I be sensitive about my shit. So I always use alliterations and I'm always rhyming. And so one of the things I used to say to my kids when I got out the tub at night, I used to say, a bath is not complete until and then they always say, brush my teeth. So a lot of people, they don't properly brush. They will brush real quick. They don't get all the ins and outs. They end up developing other types of diseases and situations. I want to ask you, why was this important? Because Dr. Jones, when we talk, she comes up with the topics. Why was this important conversation that you wanted to have today?
Because February was Heart Health Month. And
I thought it was Black History Month.
Yes. It's Black History and Heart Health. So
we're trying to take our month away. Sorry, go ahead.
It's always Black History Month. And so it is very important because a lot of people, just walking around and looking at people, you see a lot of people have bad teeth. And, or they will be sharp and the breath stink or their teeth are messed up. Even if you look at some of your millionaires, some of your entertainers, they're making all this money, but they ignore their mouth health.
Why is that?
I have no idea. A lot of people think of dental health as optional. And something
okay.
Like that's like, remember, was it Ashton Kutcher said he doesn't take a bath?
Yeah.
On somebody's show, and I'm sure he probably doesn't brush his teeth every day. Because it's like you said, we all do that simultaneously. We have our whole
I'm hanging on to what you said, that people think that oral health is optional. Yes, that is not optional, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of people see that as optional. They will take health care, but they won't take dental care.
I think bad breath is offensive. It's offensive to other people. It is. Like, don't nobody want to be smelling your stinking breath. So, like, if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for the people that you come in contact with. You know what I'm saying, Dr. Jones?
Right.
Like, I don't understand how your oral health is optional. I don't get that.
And I don't know if it's just advertisement. It's overlooked because the medical health is pushed up. Because
Mhm.
like someone said in the comments, a lot of places don't offer dental health or
Mhm.
dental coverage. And like, why is that? Your teeth are part of your body. Because
But
the
okay, say you don't have dental coverage though, and I know that's important because you don't. But just brushing your teeth can probably help a
and
lot,
flossing
and flossing.
and flossing and eating the right foods.
I mean, everything comes back to that, and people don't really understand it. I have these conversations with people all the time, and I'm so glad that I've learned so much from you, Dr. Jones, because
Mhm.
you've taught me so much about what eating, like everything that we have. I was actually just talking to a friend the other day, and he was telling me somebody get a stent in her heart, but she's predisposed to that because her parents had that. I said, no, Dr. Jones said that, yeah, that
And
it's
look at
not
our teeth. Yeah.
it's not what you inherited from you inherited their habits, right? You inherited their habits. So if she ate
And
right,
you tell her that.
we did. If she
Yay.
ate right and if she took care of herself, she probably wouldn't have all those issues. So
Right. Because we can get the genes, but that doesn't mean they have to come out.
right,
You
right.
know, they don't have to express. Because if you do all the right things,
Talk about that a little bit though, just for people who've never heard that concept before, because I'm telling you, I hear that a lot of times. This is what we're taught. So we're taught, especially when we go to the doctor and we're checking the boxes, they ask if anybody in your family has had this and this and this. And then, so we automatically think, or we're taught that because my mama had high blood pressure, I'm going to have high blood pressure. Because my dad had hypertension, I'm going to have a hypertension. And on the contrary, what really does that mean, Dr. Jones?
So what it means is I think people are taking it out of context. It means that if your mom and your parents have a disease, you have the genetic propensity, you're more likely to have it. But our environment decides, and how we treat our body decides if you actually get it.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't stop at a lot of people use it as an excuse to eat
Mm-hmm.
whatever they want. Well, my grandmama had, so I'm gonna probably die of that too.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Exactly.
I might as well just enjoy myself. When
Your
they don't
mom,
understand, just
grandma
because you
got
get
it
the gene, right?
right. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So just because you get the gene doesn't mean you have to have it.
Mm-hmm.
If you, a good example is my mom. My mom had several siblings that died of kidney failure. Okay. But she knew this. So what she did was she decided to actually go ahead, take care of herself, maintain her weight, eat right, walk, exercise, drink water. And she lived to her late 80s when a lot of her siblings who died of renal failure died in their early years, like 40s and 30s from kidney failure. So that's what happens when you don't take care of yourself. You don't have to end up getting what your relatives, but you will get what they have if you eat the same way. Because as people, especially Black people, it is a comfort and it's a memory of connection. Our food, we see our food as family, connection, as love, because we remember grandmother cooked fried chicken, or she had smoked neck bones, she did gumbo, and we pass these things down. So we are more attached because of the feelings and the taste.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Shit tastes good. I mean,
Right.
neck
But
bones.
that's, taste also goes with memory.
Right.
And
Right.
so it's not just the taste, it's the taste is associated with feeling loved by whoever cooked it.
Right.
Because that's what we do. If somebody comes over, we offer them food.
Yeah.
And our
We
food is passed
spoke
down
about
from
it.
slavery food,
Yeah.
which, we just associate, because that was one thing we could control
Yeah.
in this whole place that we're living in, is our
Mhm.
food. We could control it to a point.
Right.
And so we associate it with that. So when you're asking people to change, you got to break emotional ties too to food.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you see like men that like to grill, that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing that they do. I'm the
Yeah.
best griller in the,
Right.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's pride because that's their place that they take.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, and so it's more than just food. It's
Yeah.
a form of emotional and feeling love and belonging. And so when you're asking,
Nostalgia.
right, and nostalgia. And so what happens is we tend to eat like our family because that's all you know. That's
Mm-hmm.
what you're passing down. A lot of times that's the only legacy we can pass down. We don't
Mm-hmm.
want to pass down being broke, looking for
Right.
jobs, being fired, being
Mhm.
discriminated against. So we pass down food.
Mm.
And so what happens
Makes so
is
much
when you
sense.
start attacking that, a lot of people have problems.
Yeah, makes so much sense. And family is all that we've ever had. That's all we,
Right,
that's the thing. That's the one thing that we hold on to, especially as Black people. But let's
right.
get more into this idea of these bad teeth.
Yes.
So where does it start? So what does it? Is it the sugar bugs? I tell my kids, you don't want to have the sugar bugs. So does it start with the sugar? Like what starts with the decaying of the teeth? What are the most common things?
Okay, so first I just want to show some pictures. It may gross you out.
Okay.
So what do? I just
Click on the
click
picture.
on
Hmm.
click on the picture.
Hmm. You didn't click?
Wait a minute.
Which one? Which one you want to do? What number?
The first one.
Number one?
Mhm. Yeah, so healthy heart, healthy mouth. A lot of people do not realize that your mouth is directly connected to your heart by your blood vessels. So
Mm.
your mouth has that's where digestion starts. Because a lot of times when you break down food with the acid in your mouth, that's how it gets into your blood vessels and has a direct access to your heart through
Mm.
those blood vessels. And then the
Wow.
second one
Hmm.
is so people who don't have good health, then you can see, or good dental health, their gums start to get
Swollen.
red, swollen, their teeth bleed, and that's like the beginning. And sometimes the gums start to recede. That's like gingivitis. So
Oh.
those bugs, normal bugs are in our mouth, but if you don't brush your teeth and floss, they start getting in between the teeth into the gum. And the
Really?
gum, the reason why it's so red is their blood vessels that bring things to there. But those on the other end, they're also going and connecting it to the heart. So
He
if
looks
you,
like he looks like he has pretty good teeth though. Like
well,
he,
that's the beginning, but his gums aren't.
so what is that from? Not flossing?
Not flossing and not brushing his teeth enough. Because see,
Huh.
the gums are inflamed. Your gums should
Yeah.
not look like that. They should be
Yeah.
nice and pink.
Hmm.
That's red. See how red they are? So when
Yeah.
he brushes
And they're
his teeth,
swollen.
they probably bleed.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
if you do the third one,
Mhm. Ew.
that's when you start, getting infected. See how the gums have kind of receded back from the teeth, and you almost see how the teeth are. And so all of this are bugs. That's bacteria.
So this comes from not brushing?
Not brushing, not flossing.
Mhm.
And get the next one.
Mm. People just walking around like this, huh?
We'll go past that one, and then we'll
Why
come
would
back
you
to
do
that.
this to me?
And see,
Why?
that's how after
Why?
yeah,
So how does one's mouth get like this?
they don't brush their teeth and they just eat a lot of
No,
sugar.
no, that's more than
Yeah,
not brushing your teeth. No, because there's sores and
that's
like
the deterioration of the bugs. So the more sugar you drink and the more, all of the sugar, and then what it does, there are bugs that normally live there. And when you have a lot of sugar and you don't brush your teeth and clean them out, then the bugs overgrow. And that's when they start creating infection and all of that. And this person may have a disease because it's a circle. Because people who have diabetes are going, if they don't take care of their mouth, they will develop this. they're more likely to the bugs to overgrow. Okay. So if you go to the one before that, which is the circle, so I'll show you the circle. So if you see at the top, the gum infection with the harmful bacteria, that bacteria that caused the teeth to look like that gets in your bloodstream. And it takes it into your arteries. All your arteries come from your heart. And it travels through the blood, and it causes that same inflammation that's in your gums, it start inflaming your arteries. And then your body starts building plaque.
And the plaque from your teeth goes to your heart?
Yeah, the plaque in your teeth, and those same bugs build the plaque in your arteries, and that increases your risk for heart disease and heart attacks and stroke. They've done studies to find out people who, a lot of them are post-mortem studies, which mean the people have already died. They've taken their arteries and the plaque, and they looked, and 70% of the plaque in their arteries are from dental disease.
Are you serious? And these are people who aren't brushing their teeth every day? Is that what this is?
Yeah, people who don't, but a lot of people just don't take care of their teeth, or they'll go to bed and they never brush their teeth. And I mean, you can see like 40-year-olds that their teeth are just. And I know it's hard for you to believe because you brush your teeth every day.
Yeah, I go 2 minutes every 6 months. I get my teeth cleaned.
And you go get them cleaned.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and you floss. But a lot of people, there are people there in their 30s and 40s, their teeth are jacked. There are a lot. I didn't want to go ahead and get the pictures of the famous people whose teeth are jacked.
Well, who are they? Tell us.
I don't want to tell you.
You can tell us.
Shamar Moore. You ever seen his teeth?
No. Shamar Moore.
Notice when he smiles, he's.
Why don't he just get his teeth fixed? These people got too much money not to have good teeth.
Now you're gonna start looking at some of the famous people.
Yeah, like you
got. That was the thing. Everybody was like, "He's too pretty. Why does he not fix his teeth?"
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And then
they'll go get them capped and things.
Right.
Like
with everybody going out and getting their teeth done, you would think that.
But what about your gums? Your gums have to be healthy. And if because that's where the inflammation starts and the bugs start. And so go ahead.
What's a proper daily hygiene when it comes to teeth? Because we're all, we're told to brush. How often should we brush? How often should we floss? I heard that mouthwash, they said Listerine causes stomach cancer. What doesn't cause some type of cancer? So there's so many things out there that we really don't, that are myths. So what should we really be doing?
Yeah, you're supposed to, brush your teeth twice a day, floss, and then, not eat all the high fructose corn syrup, all the sugars, because the bugs like sugars, cancer like sugar. Smoking. A lot of people smoke and drink, because alcohol is basically sugar.
Yeah.
It's fermented sugar. And so, they'll drink all day and then, they never brush their teeth after or wash their mouth out. And you can wash your mouth out with water.
Yeah.
Or, you don't have to do the mouth washes. You could come up with something that's,
Fabrication Unlimited said, turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth. And so a lot of times the bad breath and the smell comes from the bugs that are overgrowing in your mouth. So
how does your oral health affect, say, like diabetes specifically, or stroke, or even dementia?
Yes. So what happens is your teeth get inflamed. The bugs that are there, they go and they cause inflammation in your arteries, which means now your arteries are full of plaque and gunk along the side. So it decreases your blood flow to your brain. Because, it's like a hose, a water hose. The water can go through good if there's nothing along the sides of it. Or even in your sink. Think of your sink. When you got gunk along the sides of your sink, the water doesn't go down, it backs up. So the same thing happens in the body. When you got all this stuff in your arteries from plaque and inflammation that these bugs cause, then you need oxygen to go to your brain.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't have enough oxygen going to your brain, then you get demented. You get foggy thinking. You don't think well, which affects your what? Your monetary outcome, your investments, your decision making.
Mm-hmm.
You don't make good decisions in relationships and your money. You're overspending. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, yeah.
You've always said inflammation is the biggest causes of disease,
Yes.
right? So when you don't brush your teeth, it also causes inflammation. When you don't eat right, that causes inflammation. What exactly is inflammation, and why is that the biggest cause, or one of the biggest causes of disease? What is inflammation?
Because inflammation, what it does, it tells the body that, so it's, imagine something being swollen.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got a highway, it's just like having cars park in, like you got a 4-lane highway. 4. Well, I had 3.
Yeah, 4.
4. And these 2 lanes are clogged, and this lane is clogged with just cars that stopped. Then how long is it going to get you to where you're going if everything is backed up? Because you can only go down that 1 lane, right? Mm-hmm. And the more the inflammation gets closer and closer, you can't get your blood supply, and your blood carries nutrients, it carries oxygen to all your arteries and all your organs. That's how we look like we look, because you need oxygen to survive. And so as the inflammation gets worse, the body, it signals the body like something's going on. So then your hormones start kicking in and say, we got to clear this. You know, what is going on? So you increase the stressor hormone, which is cortisol. Well, cortisol starts saying, okay, we're going to make them insulin resistant because we don't need sugar now. We need to try to figure out what's going on. Your immune system starts being overtaxed because it sends all the armies out to fight and try to clear all of that. Your blood pressure going to go up because it's trying to push it through. But then when you push it through, you cause that stuff to break off. And if it goes to the brain, that's a stroke. If it goes to the kidneys, that renal failure. If it goes to the heart, that's heart attacks. If it goes to like your fingers and your feet and your male organs, anything that hangs off the body, it actually can make it turn blue. You don't have oxygen and you get ED, you lose fingers, toes, feet. Yeah.
Oof. Wow.
And so it has to be a clear system that's open.
Yeah. You did it great. You definitely explained the science beautifully. So thank you for that.
Okay.
That's interesting. So how do we reduce inflammation?
So we reduce inflammation by, number 1, with decreasing our stress and things that cause inflammation.
Okay.
As I've said, every time I come on, eating meat actually causes inflammation. Mm-hmm. Fried foods, highly processed foods, not brushing your teeth, sugary foods, those all cause the body inflammation. Lack of sleep. If you don't get your 6 to 8 hours a night, preferably 8, inflammation. A lot of exposure to electronic type, the phones, the TV all night long, because that interrupts your sleep. Not taking time out in nature, not exercising, because these are the things remind the body to get rid of the inflammation.
And so you believe like grounding really helps, because people think that grounding is woo-woo.
Right.
They think that's woo-woo. Like,
no, it's not woo-woo. Because the thing is, what the system is going to teach us woo-woo, because the system, as I talk about all the time, is a sick care system. It's not a healthcare system.
You better watch your step, Dr. Jones. You better watch your step with that. The system don't like you telling the truth.
No, they don't. That's why I don't work for the system.
And she is a medical practitioner, y'all. She is a MD. She went to medical school and is a real doctor. And she is telling us that the healthcare is really sick care. Their job is to keep you sick and dependent on medication, on the system.
Dependent on the system. Take the medicines, because they're not to treat your conditions. It's to diagnose, treat. Well, they say treat, but it's to maintain because we put you on medicines so you can continue to buy the medicines,
Mhm.
continue the
Mhm.
sickness.
Mhm.
It's not about healing because we know, you can't patent foods that are free that you can grow in the ground.
Guess what I did?
What did you do?
I bought a little garden thing from Amazon. I'm
Yay!
starting. I'm starting. So it should be. It may be here. It may have came yesterday. I'm gonna show you what I got. It's one of them little bitty garden things. I'm starting. I'm starting small. Oh, it was delivered yesterday, so I got it. So I
Oh,
forgot. I can go.
great.
But what it is this little garden thing is like 60 self-watering thing, and so I'm gonna start planting some vegetables and stuff.
Good.
Wait, let me see. And it's not showing me the picture. It's just showing me that it was delivered on my thing on my porch.
Okay.
But so I'm starting with just a little box. Get
Okay.
some
You gonna
seeds.
put it on your balcony or you gonna put it out in the yard?
I guess I don't know because right now the weather is not fit for it. So I guess eventually I
Okay.
got to put it on the balcony, right? So I'm
Yeah.
learning. But I'm taking it. I'm taking. You have rubbed off on me, and the thing. All these GMOs, these genetically
Yeah.
modified, foods that we
Food.
are
Yeah.
consuming, and it's actually much cheaper to buy seeds and to grow our own vegetables. And we're here
And let
going
me
to the
tell you
store.
what's even cheaper than buying seeds.
What
When you eat something,
you put the
save
seed? You
the seed.
come on.
And you can go on YouTube, and it's plenty people on YouTube that actually will tell you how to do the seeds, how to break it off, or take the seed and take the outside and put it in water, or put it in a wet paper towel in a plastic bag and in the dark and let it germinate. Because you
Yeah,
think about when like if you buy the bags of potatoes, if you
yeah.
leave it in your dark pantry,
It's
they
got
have all
plenty.
types of sprouts.
Yeah,
And
yep.
you can take them and put them in the ground. You'll grow your own potatoes.
So are
But
potatoes
I would
good?
be very careful unless you know what your ground, what was there, and whether you know about your neighbors. Because the thing is, the earth is the earth. So if your neighbors are using pesticides, you can do organic, but the pesticides are going to travel in the ground
Mm,
because when it rains, it's going to run off. So that's why I suggest doing it in a pot or a raised bed. Buy
mhm,
organic soil
mhm,
and buy organic seeds
mhm.
because you don't want seeds from plants that are GMO.
Yeah, I never plan on putting anything in the ground. I plan on
Yeah,
doing,
just do it in a raised,
yeah, yeah. Live Die said they have us thinking it's rotten.
right.
Um, Somebody asked a question. She said, "Do you recommend a mouthwash?" Who said that?
Um, so I'm vegan, so I'm very particular about the mouthwash because, I don't believe in the fluoride because they've
Mhm,
shown that it, can cause
mhm,
cancer.
mhm.
So I can't tell you online because I'm not getting any kickback for the brand.
Just nothing with fluoride in it, right?
Nothing with fluoride, and try to go to the stores where you can get more natural products
Mhm.
and just go on YouTube. There are plenty of vegan people that will show you how to make mouthwash, which you have in your kitchen.
Okay. How can we detox or unclog our arteries? Is there a such thing?
Well, how you do that is you start fasting. And well, it depends on how old you are and how long you've eaten really, really bad. Because some of this stuff probably cannot be. Because if you think about it, you're talking about years and years and years of eating bad food. So your arteries are probably really bad. And
Mhm.
so, but one way to turn things around is like resets. I have a reset program. And what it is that it puts you on just all fruits and vegetables. And then
What's
the thing is with fast and resets, when you come off, you don't go back to your old way of eating. You
Mhm.
create a new way of eating.
Right.
And so that's the big thing, is you don't come off your fast and then like, oh, I fast, I lost 10 pounds or whatever. Then what's going to happen when you start back eating the same way, you're going to gain 15.
Okay. So what's your reset? Tell us about your reset. What are you doing?
So my reset is where for 30 days, I take people through taking out the sugary foods, taking out the meats, taking out all the things that cause inflammation. And it actually gets your body, you're still eating, but you're eating plants and vegetables, and you're eating them in the right manner and the right amounts so that your body will be totally nutrition and you won't be lacking anything. And so you have to eat exactly the things I tell you to eat and how you eat them. And you do it for 30 days, and then you'll see your body will start to detox from all the bad foods that you have. So then what happens is you come out with a clean slate after 30 days. And you will then learn what foods your body does not like, because your body will tell you. Because and how you know is because you eat something and then you're like, ooh, I don't feel good. That's your body telling you. It's not for you to go grab a Tums. That's your body telling you, I can't digest that. And
Can I
so
tell
the
you-
problem is you can't listen to your body if your body's full of junk.
If it's always full of junk.
If it's always full of junk. Yes.
I was in my 40s when I learned that your tummy is not supposed to ache after you eat.
Right. It's not supposed to burn. You're not supposed to have gas.
You're not supposed to have itis. Yeah. I did not know that. So it's just part of the thing. When I was in Cabo over the weekend, I had some nachos, I had guacamole, sour cream, cheese, jalapenos, and I was like, I'm never doing this shit again. But this is not the first time that's happened to me. It's just that I'm more cognizant because we just kind of deal with it. That's what we do. Right. So what do? We take Tums. Yeah, we take Tums. That's what they sell them to us over the counter. We're taking all these pills so that we can eat however the hell we want to eat. And that's not normal. We shouldn't be feeling like that.
They got us thinking it's normal.
Yeah, I thought it was normal. All I knew was that.
You'd be surprised how many people were like, oh, I got to have my antacid. That is not normal.
That's not normal. That's not normal.
I got to take a laxative. That's not normal. And the reason why you're doing that because you're not eating enough fiber.
Yeah.
Fiber comes from plants.
Yeah, absolutely. So your reset, have you started it yet? Are you starting a new reset?
Well, it's a evergreen reset.
Okay.
And so you can always go online and we'll do the reset. Right.
So basically before they get started, you tell them this is what you need to have in your pantry. This is how you need to go grocery shopping. And then
what to eat, and I'll go through. So I meet weekly with everybody who joins the week's reset. And we talk about, some of the things, because I kind of help people when you have actually had, because I can tell people who have really had a bad diet, even though it's like, I don't eat that much. I can tell it because when they're on the reset, they just get really slammed with, they may break out. They may, because their body was just like, get this out of here, get this out of here, and finally trying to detoxify themselves. And so they have a lot of things. So I help them through what's normal and what's not normal, or we need to put something back in. But in the group setting, everybody can help each other and say, well, this is what I do instead of this. But, one thing I do tell people about the reset, you got to be serious, because you can't argue with me about what you can't do and all of that. Then you don't want to reset.
Right. No, yeah.
The reset is proven.
Right.
Is proven. This is science. I am basically teaching people how to use their body for their good, how your liver actually works and what your liver is supposed to do. And yes, I do recommend juicing, but not as an everyday, forever, instead of eating. It can be an adjunct.
Oh, like a reset.
Or if you occasionally want to juice like once or twice a week. But there are some people that just go on straight juice diets. They're going to get in trouble.
Yeah. So what happens when they go on straight? Because they don't get all the nutrients that they need.
Well, they may get some nutrients, but you're right, because some nutrients come in spices, some nutrients come in things. And then your jaws and your mouth, the process of chewing is a process of digestion. And so you got to chew. If you don't chew, then your jaws and your mouth start to hurt.
And then the enzymes.
And then you don't get the friction of the teeth, which all helps you clean your teeth also. And then your jaws hurt. And then, you're not getting the hormones that need to be produced because there are some hormones, their signal to be produced is the chewing.
Yeah.
Because that actually promotes saliva.
Yes. And that breaks down.
You can't, I don't know why people trying to bypass and hack the system. The system is the system and it works very well.
The system is the system. And I want to have a conversation, not today, but I do want to have a conversation on these GLPs because, we have there's so many myths and facts. And you as a medical doctor, I think we need to dispel some of the myths.
Yes, that's a good conversation.
Yeah. Because when you talk about trying to hack the system, somebody said, I think you said trying to hack the system. And I think, that's what people are saying about the GLPs, but we don't got to discuss it. We are going to talk about it though. Somebody said, what do you think about okra water? I didn't want to go to that one yet, but what do you think about
okra water is great. Long as you use an organic okra.
Somebody said,
don't do it with no GMO okra.
Does detoxing make you stink?
What?
Does detoxing make you stink?
Oh, no, it shouldn't. If you're stinking from detox, that's because you put that junk in your body.
Oh, it's a lot of junk in there.
Yeah, that's coming from the people that got junk in their body. That's the way your body is getting it out.
So then it makes sense.
And let's talk about diarrhea. Diarrhea is, now we're talking about just plain diarrhea. Like if you eat something and you get diarrhea, I'm not talking about like a disease diarrhea. Okay. Not like traveler's diarrhea where you didn't drink something in the water, but still kind of. Diarrhea is not a bad thing. It is when you don't replace the water that you are coming out. Diarrhea is the body's mechanism of getting things out of your GI tract that does not need to be there. So when you go and you have diarrhea because you've eaten something, don't go take Pepto-Bismol to stop it. That's the quickest way for you to get it out and then get better and feel better. That's how the system is made. If this is not good, I'm going to kick it out.
So you mean to tell me if I get food poisoning and I'm just on the toilet and it's coming out both ways, I can't take anything to relieve myself? I just got to let it.
But no, see, food poisoning is different because food poisoning is a bug. It was caused by a bacteria that actually is, okay? But if you drink enough and do hydration when you have the food poisoning, then it will get over quicker. Now, there are different types of poisoning. If it's an E. coli poisoning, you're not going to get better. We have to treat that bug because that's the infestation of the bug. And that's a very bad bug that can kill you.
Yeah. I remember, having, sitting on the toilet and sweating and just thinking, Lord, take me now. Because that must be painful.
It is painful.
I don't even want to live right now.
It is painful. But if you support yourself as you sitting on the toilet, as it's coming out that end with the hydration fluid and doing it this end, it'll wash all the way out and then you'll be. Yeah. But if you're running a fever, if it's turning into blood, that has to be treated with an antibiotic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody said, Dr. J, is it true that you can have meat stuck in your colon for decades?
Well, not now. If it's stuck for decades, then you got a colon cancer or a colon polyp. But it will be stuck for at least 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay, but not decades.
Not decades. You would stink like the high heaven. Because think about it. Meat deteriorates. You see the parasites and the worms and stuff with meat if you leave meat out.
Oh, not that. Okay.
If you leave meat out, if you see the worms, if you leave meat out, right? Because it's dead flesh, it's going to grow worms. So it can't stay there for decades. It will disintegrate. Our bodies don't, after we die, don't stay for decades.
Right.
But it will stay there. So if you've ever gone on a fast, when I used to be a vegetarian for years, I would do my fast. When I would go on my fast, just because my fast was just water. And so when I go on my fast, it'll be like 3 weeks late. One time I did a fast for like 40 days. That was really hard. But
you went on a 40-day?
Yeah, on a 40-day fast.
With just water.
Week, I was still having formed stools.
Really?
And that's the meat.
That's before you were a vegetarian or vegan?
I was a vegetarian, right. That was before I was vegan.
How were you having
I don't even remember when the last time I ate like beef and pork. I mean, that had to be over like 40 some years ago. I was a vegetarian for like 20 some years.
So, Dr. Jones,
only fish and chicken, yeah, and not a lot of chicken.
For the people who don't know your story,
yes.
So Dr. Jones is a medical practitioner. She's a physician, and tell them your story about how you became a vegetarian, because I think it's fascinating, especially with our medical professionals who are providing this service. They're supposed to be healing, but they're practicing, and they have some of the worst health. And you were one of those people, right?
Yes, I was. So I was stressed out. I had a very bad pregnancy, and the more my pregnancy was worse, and stressed out, training as a physician, because I trained as OBGYN, and very, very stressful. It was only 3 residents, working non-stop around the clock, no sleep, just eating bad foods, because, you're eating in the hospital.
Yeah.
Hospital has fried foods and high cholesterol foods. And
have you ever been to the gym? Have you ever been to some gyms that be having donuts at the gym? It's like going to the donuts, right?
Mm-hmm. One of the hospitals I worked in, they actually used to have Chitlin Day.
No.
And fried chicken day.
I'm stopping this right now.
And it was in the South, right?
You lying. Don't do that. Ain't nobody had no chitlins at the hospital, Dr. Jones. Stop it right now.
The line to the cafeteria used to be down the hall around the street. All the jobs around. Pork chop day.
What? Okay.
And I'm not going to mention it. and I just got to tell you this part, because this is the part that really got my sister just floored. She laughed for the longest. In the gift shop, they had no cards and no flowers.
What they had?
They had weave.
Wait, like hair weave?
Weave and earrings.
At the hospital? At the hospital?
At the gift shop at the hospital.
What?
Earrings.
No. What city were you in?
I am not telling. But it was in the South. This was the same hospital that had the fried chicken day.
The same hospital?
I am not saying I love them
so the cafeteria got chicken day, pork chops, and fried chicken, and then in the gift shop, you going to see your loved one.
And you know me, I was vegetarian at the time, so I went and I went and tried to talk to the people in the cafeteria. I was like, I'm Dr. Jones, which they already knew. And I was like, who prepares the meals? The lady came out and said, I do. You really like my meals?
Yes, ma'am, I do. I love you.
That's all I could say. Oh, okay. I said, are you a dietitian? Nutritionist? Well, I knew she wasn't a nutritionist because,
She said, get your uppity ass up out of here and go back up in here.
She said, you want me to save you some of that chicken?
Oh, no, it's okay, ma'am.
And the thing about it is the people that were in the hospital, they couldn't get it up on the floor. They had their robe. They would have their IV poles.
Bye.
and they
Bye.
will be in that line.
Bye, Dr. Jones. I'm not met. Stop. Stop.
And another hospital
Wait,
I worked in.
wait. Please don't tell me they was black. Please don't tell me they was black. Please don't tell me they was black.
You know I don't even have to tell you that. You know.
No.
And another hospital I worked in the South, love these people dearly, you know, is nothing to say. It's just giving you an example how when people accept behaviors to be normal, they used to cook. It was like they did fresh hamburgers, like the grill. You could go there and get like grilled hamburger, French fries in the hospital. To the point that, and please forgive me, y'all. I love this person dearly. The grill lady burned the
Wait, what? The grill lady burned
she
what?
burned it down.
What? She burned what down?
The grill in the hospital.
She burned the cafeteria down? Or the grill?
It was like, it wasn't the cafeteria. You know, the cafeteria only has so many hours. And then they have like a little snack bar. But the snack bar was actually a grill where you can get like hamburgers, chicken fingers and stuff. And they burned it. I came up there one night. I was on call. The fire truck was there. It had burned the grill down.
Wait, was it on the news? Because I'm Googling this. I'm finna find out where this hospital was.
I'm not telling you. I ain't saying nothing.
It was somewhere in Alabama or something. I know it. I need to go back really quick. I
See, someone else had on there. Their dad had oxtails at their hospital in the South.
Shut your ass up. Who said that?
See, Tanya Fitzgerald. That might be the same hospital.
What?
Can you believe that? Meanwhile, I'm there at that same hospital treating people, diabetes, high blood pressure, putting them in the ICU because nothing is controlled. Their diabetes is out of whack. And they got their hospital gowns in line with the IV post.
That part right there. That part, that's the visual that I cannot get out of my mind. Is
like, why is nobody stopping them at the door?
They were standing in line with their IV bowl and their gowns on to eat pork chops and chitlins at the hospital. I've never heard of such a thing.
And oxtails. And oxtails too. Right.
And she said, I was sitting in the cafeteria and the Saints were coming in after church.
Yes. She is absolutely right. Because the other people in line did not work in the hospital.
This is where they came after the hospital to eat?
Yes.
What?
Because they like the oxtails and they like, it was the thing.
What?
People would come from other businesses where they worked and come to the hospital to stand in line to get them a plate.
Shut up. Dr. Jones.
She said they compete with Golden Corral.
Okay, please tell your story about why you became. This is why she became a vegan, y'all.
This is why I became, because the thing is, I realized being sick, a lot of times I had more, I had stress, I was gaining weight, eating all of this junk. Well, I don't eat oxtails and stuff because that wasn't, because I was vegetarian at that time. And I was sicker than my patients and I felt awful. I didn't have any energy. I couldn't lose weight and I had a baby and I just knew that I couldn't continue this way. I would not be around because I have family history. I don't have any older relatives other than, everybody is around my same generation. I don't have any generations above because everybody died of, all these things that we all have. And so I decided there has to be a way where I can heal myself. So I started studying and I went back and I realized that, the body can heal itself. And I started studying what I needed to do. So that's why I became vegetarian. And it worked great. I was able to control my diabetes diet wise and keep everything blood pressure came down. I lost some weight, and then menopause hit, and my diabetes had responded so well to me going to only fish and chicken. I decided to go vegan. And when I went vegan, then that was a whole nother story. I have so much energy. I'm aging well. I don't have aches, pains, no rashes.
Ever since you did that?
Ever since I became vegan, yes. And so I
Why
basically cured all of my health issues. And I have the genes to have all of that stuff. Yes. And so that's why with all of that, I have a mission to help our people, because we're so caught up in how things taste and how these tasty things make us feel that we're dying at the ages of 50, 60, and 70s, when we don't have to. We can live to our 80s and 90s and 100 if we just eat the right things.
We can literally live, and
we can literally live and brush your teeth, because that is prevented. The risk of heart disease from the oral bad teeth is actually one of the preventable risk of heart disease.
Really?
If you just brush your teeth and go get your teeth clean.
If you just brush your teeth and get your teeth clean.
And there are dentists that actually have programs where you can pay, or they have free, services if you're, like in a certain range of how much you make.
Let me ask you a question. Let me see. Is this what they look like?
Yeah. That's exactly what the cafeteria looked like. And then the funny part about it, when I would come in there to look for the and they would have no vegetables. Because they all look at me like, here she come again, asking for vegetables.
Bougie ass up, uppity ass out of here. I just had ChatGPT create that picture.
And the funny part about it, my patients be in that line, they turn their back.
I know you want to snatch their asses up out that damn line.
They would turn their backs like I couldn't see them. And then I'll go stand right next to them and say, don't be trying to hide from me. That's why your blood pressure up. And I can't, you're going to stay here in the hospital till your blood pressure come down. This
is crazy. I would have never imagined seeing no shit like this at a hospital.
And then the thing is, another thing what we do, a lot of times we enable our relatives, because there were times when I'll have people in the hospital with stroke and things like that. I come back and visit them because I was doing hospital work at the time. Come back and visit them. They're chicken boxes, KFC boxes, smoky rib boxes in the garbage can.
I don't think they were.
And then they'll say, we came up here to eat. And so then what I'll do is I'll go back. So then I was known as the doctor who checks the garbage can and the drawers.
Oh God. I really, this
is like, your family member is dying. Why are you bringing them ribs to the hospital?
Like, might as well die.
It was like, well, he don't like the food.
But this is why these conversations are so important, Dr. Jones.
This is why it's important.
Understand the magnitude of this. We don't, because we're just so used to just doing and eating and living the way that we've been living for our lives that we don't understand. So,
and thinking that fat is normal.
Yeah, and thinking that fat is normal, and just normal. On medication. Everybody's on medication, and nobody's teaching, nobody's educating.
Exactly.
You are so important to our community, Dr. Jones, because you really are saving lives. You're really, really saving lives. And it is. Sabrina said it's because they don't know.
And they don't. That's why I have to tell the story. Mm-hmm. That's why I have to, have these conversations, get out, let people know that is not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the people who try to lose weight, the people who don't lose weight are always, you look like you a crackhead. No, they don't. You're losing too much weight. It's called health.
Ramia said Ramia is a caretaker for her mother, and her mother's been in the hospital. She said her mother won't eat and she's losing weight, so I don't know what to do. So I try to bring the healthiest things as possible from soul food restaurants. what's healthy at the soul food restaurant? Because there's butter. What should she be bringing her mother?
Well, one thing is I don't know her mother's case and what she can eat and all of that stuff, but I mean, she could try juicing.
Her mother's
So
in the
'cause I
hospital.
don't know, because one thing I will tell you, what a lot of people don't realize, as we age, our taste buds die off. And so the last ones that are there are usually, the older you get, like when you start getting like over your 60s, your taste buds start to die off. And so the things that older people can taste are salty and sweet. Those are the last two. And so that's why you see a lot of older people want sweet things all the time, like donuts and cakes and cookies, but they won't eat anything else because they can't taste it. Or they'll put so much salt, or they want chips because chips are salty. And so the thing is, one of the things that will help, you have to find out their taste, because for salty, you can actually go a little spicy that's not salty, and it will help them taste that food. Or you could go, something like that. You just got to figure out the taste. And so I think somebody said black eyed peas and greens, but they probably cook them with ham hock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But it depends the age. So don't get me wrong. If we're talking about an 80-year-old or 90-year-old that won't eat, have at it. Because they've already lived long.
Yeah.
If we're talking about a 60-year-old, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Write me as part of that 7. Write me a side text, Dr. Jones, and just ask her,
Yes.
about her mom. Yes, doctor, I'm guilty. Yes, doctor, I'm guilty. My father's doctor said my stroke father can drink soda sparingly. My dad would get mad when I wouldn't give him soda all the time. I was shocked. The doctor said he couldn't drink soda.
Should not be drinking soda.
I
don't know why that doctor is giving in to that.
She said she'll eat the ice cream, but no starch. Just helps. I'll try smoothies. Oh man, your mom's 91, Raymond.
Oh, just give her whatever she can eat.
Man, yeah, okay. Feed her whatever. I heard.
The thing is, she can do when they're 91 and they won't eat, I tell them to do milkshakes, whatever flavor milkshake, and she can go buy vegan protein powder and put it in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. So milk 91, have at it.
Yeah, man. So Dr. Jones, we're going to get up out of here. But you guys, listen, Dr. Jones, this is what she does. And so one of the things that she's done is she's created a consultation service where she can help everybody from all over the country, which I'm super proud and I'm super happy. And I've done it and paid full price for it. And I'll do it again. And so what happens is Dr. Jones, like if you go to the doctor and you get your blood work drawn and all of that, and you need a second opinion, or you want help with even weight loss or whatever it is, you have a consultation with Dr. Jones. She'll read through your blood work and she'll make recommendations. For some of the people, because she's part of our Net 7 collective. So like for Dr. Deborah has come on here and said that, she thought she was diagnosed with one thing. It turns out it was something totally different. And I remember sitting in a meeting one day and I look at everybody, I'm talking to everybody, and I look at Dr. Deborah and I'm like, what happened? I mean, she literally looked 30 years younger. Yes. What the hell's going on? What's going on? And this one right here, Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones has helped me. She's helped April Sampay. She's helped other ladies. And I'm sure you have clients from all over the country, but this is what she does. This is one of the things she does so that she can help our community. So I'm so grateful for her. How do they get in contact with you so that they can get a consultation, Dr. Jones?
The website is askdrj.info. And I want to give a shout out to Constance Carter, because she is providing the platform so we can get the information out to everyone. This lady here is the real deal.
You're so sweet.
Net 7 is the real deal. It actually has catapulted me and my message to the next level, to get to the audiences, to help people sustain their life and get older.
Dr. Jones said she wanted to get her message out. I said, what we doing? What we doing? She said, I said, then let's come on every Thursday. She was like, okay. And she's been able to help so many people, thousands of people with her message. And this is such a needed conversation in our community. Y'all, we are dying. They are trying to poison us. They trying to kill us. They trying to kill us off in every way that they can. And the statistics or studies show that when you have a Black physician, your livelihood, you are likely to live a lot longer than if you don't. So you have somebody here who cares about you. She ain't just talking to talk. She ain't one of them big doctors. She's that's eating up everything, that's telling you what to do. When I told you, Dr. Jones, when I go to the place and give my little, I call them crack pills, but when I go to the place and give my little phentermine, they be big. And they be telling me what I need to eat. Dr. Jones is walking the walk that she talks. And she has a book called The Transition. Where's your book, Dr. Jones?
The Transition.
What's that book about? I'm looking for mine. What's that book about?
It's about 10 steps to help you become plant-based. How to go ahead and change over your pantry, what to go buy, and how to become plant-based. Because you actually need help if you're not vegan and you've never done it, so that you can be balanced and get all the nutrients you need. Because, you will see people who say they're plant-based and all they eat are salads and potatoes. And you will not be healthy doing that. So the book is there to give you the directions of how to do it.
There are vegans that eat Oreos.
They're not vegans. They're telling that story.
I mean, it's not me. Tanya
They're
said,
not vegans. We're not going to say anything.
Lord, I can't get I can't get this out my head right here. This right here just died me. Yes. This absolutely died me, y'all.
And that's exactly.
I cannot believe it. I'm sorry. Tanya said that you were here on September. You talked about GLPs and you lost 40 pounds.
Oh, great.
Hey.
Yay, Tanya.
Yes. So we typically start at 11 o'clock on Thursdays. We started about 11:30 today. I was cleaning up my kitchen. I was actually mopping the floor, and I was just done mopping the floor. And I was getting my phone because I was getting ready. I was like, and she was like, "Hey, I'm ready." And I'm like, "Oh." It was like 10:55. So we were a little bit late today, but we're normally on at 11:30 every day. 11 o'clock every Thursday. But Dr. Jones has a message for the world that I believe everybody needs to hear. So if you want to schedule a consultation with Dr. Jones, go to askdrj.info. She is one of the beautiful ladies. You missed Net 7 last night. It was actually good last night because we were talking about, actually I had a lesson that I wanted to teach, right? We're teaching financial stuff right now. But we had such a great conversation because we were talking about just lies that we've told ourselves and limitations. And then we got into the conversations because another doctor in our group said, because I was talking about what are some lies that you've told yourself or that people have told you. And she said that I'm too dark. Aww. And so then the conversation of colorism came up, and it was such a meaningful and fruitful conversation that it was so good. But these are things that we deal with as Black women, mm-hmm. And so it was really good to have that conversation around what that looks like from every different perspective, because colorism is real, and it's actually self-deprecating right now because we have taken on the oppressors' opinion of us, and now we put it on other people in our community, and we got to stop. We got to change the conversation. Yeah. So it was a really good conversation last night. But that's Net 7, and you guys, we still 50% off Net 7, and I have not taken it off my website yet. So today is going to be the last day. But Net 7 Collective and all of my premium programs, all my coaching and all that is 50% off. Go to ConstanceCarter.com. and go to my birthday special because I just turned 50. All right, Dr. Jones, love you. I'll see you next week.
And I turn 65 tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday, Dr. Jones! 65. What a 65. What's the average age that people have lived? Because you said that a lot of your people in your family, they didn't live very long.
A lot of people died before 65.
Really?
Yeah. But we have, like, my mom lasted 88, but that's because she changed what she ate and exercised. On dialysis, she lasted like 20 years. Wow. And then her brother was like in his early 80s, but everybody else was way before that. Yeah.
Wow. Well, we want to celebrate you, give you your cake, your presents, your flowers, and everything that you're doing out in the world, in the community for us, Dr. Jones. Happy birthday, baby. Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going for your birthday?
Bye, I gotta go.
Oh, she about to get busy. Ooh, she about to be fast.